So, B Dot versus Loso was one of the many dope battles to drop on Christmas Day. I've watched it maybe 5, 6 times since it dropped. So it's definitely recap worthy. And the battle originally happened in October on the Fade 2017 card, put on by Bullpen Battle League. Shout out to John. This battle was a great matchup, not strictly because of the religious angle, but also based on the fact that B Dot and Loso are both two of the most talented up and coming battlers in the culture, in my opinion. Round one, Loso comes out and raps before the coin toss, which I don't know why, but I always feel like it's dope when a battler does that. It gives them that much more momentum going into their first round to set the tone. From the break, what stands out to me from Loso's first round was his stage presence, his connection with the crowd, which in my opinion, I feel like it comes from not only him being a bullpen artist, but also his experience as a rapper who does live shows. Ironic, the Christian who could care less about what's second coming. He had the good music scheme. Man, he can be a model for closed-minded people. You can adore this blood. He's still not going to pass over. Crips all about his blood like they said tripping. Cassius Clay, Sonny Liston knocked out in the first. Married to the mic, you robbing, I'm giving. Which I kind of wish he would have tied that boxing scheme into the last one, but that's just me. He also ended his round with a flip of Clean Paper's notorious Stop Watching Smack. I thought it was cool, but I feel like you only get so many points for flipping somebody else's rhymes, you know what I'm saying? He also had a Yeshua line, but he kind of got caught by bad timing because Nitty did it before him and did it way better, so it didn't really hit as hard for me watching the battle. He also had a very, very slight stumble in this first round, but otherwise, very, very solid round from Loso. B-Dot comes out in his first round, and off the rip, his lyrical prowess is being showed. First of all, he used the same rhyme scheme for the first minute of his first round. A lot of people might not care about that, but if you've actually tried to write rhymes before, you'll notice that that's something that's not easy to do at all. B-Dot's setups are way longer than Loso's, but his writing is also more complex and more dense. So if you watched it more than once or twice or 3 times like I have, you get more from each watch. He starts off with he might have a bomb in him that's suicide, jihading. It's going to be a dark 30 like when he try to find Bin Laden. Point one in your temple, like you should have thought about it. Also like how he did the driving versus flying, in reference to like the pastors with the jets and all of that type of stuff. And he flipped it into a driving in the HOV lane bar. It was fire. Switch seats with the Saga to be the crash test dummy in this dot collision. He also used the first round to attack Loso's religion. He said, let there be light on the first, but created the sun on the 4th day. Guess you didn't catch it on the first take. You went and skipped the shit. Since all the Bibles you read were translated duplicates, I figured you need some original text. And then finally, B-Dot ended the round with 2 dope impersonations, which was kind of different for me. I've never really seen B-Dot do impersonations like that, but these were fire, especially the Briz Rothstein impersonation was amazing to me the first time that I watched it. Great way to end the round on a good note. The first round is very close in my opinion. I personally edged it to Loso. I felt like Loso's wordplay, his punches, his schemes, I felt like that outweighed the structure and the lyricism and even the impersonations or the performance factor from B-Dot. Second round, Loso comes out the gate with a rebuttal for the impersonations, basically saying that we already know B-Dot for copying somebody else. Fire. One of Loso's angles in the second was the whole polygamy thing and following Dr. Polite. If the black woman is God, why is one not sufficient? Any boy can sleep with 100 women, but a man gives one woman 100%. Who knew being a queen would have him living in denial? Every moment a different God, that's what you do on your idle time. You follow Brother Polite, so you should be used to these pyramid schemes. To me, in this second round, Loso was clearly at his best when he was doing quick schemes and he was in and out with his wordplay. Overall, solid round from Loso. I also noted that this was Loso's shortest round. He went for about 5 minutes in this round compared to him going about 7 minutes in his other 2 rounds, including crowd reaction. B-Dot starts off with what I think was a pre-written rebuttal to the Black Queens angle. When I talk about Black Queens, mind your business, that only appeal to blacks. Then he went into the Henrietta Lacks DNA scheme. For those who don't know the story behind Henrietta Lacks, Google it and you'll understand the wordplay within that scheme. Come get your Neo soul saved by the one in the Matrix. After that, he went into an angle basically saying Loso kind of took his style and got popular based off being in his lane. Had to plant the seed and let you bloom before I make these arrangements. He caught fire in my lane because I was trailblazing. Who's the one that's blasphemous if he's treating me like I'm Jesus? He had an angle where he was talking about Loso league hopping and, you know, quote unquote betraying John. He ended it with the you went to RBE, Jay murder who? Now you battling a rare breed, Jay murdered you. Like, fire scheme, fire. The Sabbath day is Saturday, so he getting work when he should have been home. He condemned me to damnation, but I represent my damnation. These the type of dudes that we fought on the plantation. B-Dot's ending to the round was very strong. He had great momentum throughout the entire round, really, but it really ended on a solid note. Overall, I edged B-Dot in the second round. I think his lyricism and angles and just his moments in general and aggression towards Loso picked up, and I don't think Loso had enough. In the third round, I think kind of showed where the clear separation was in this battle. Loso's third round, he had some dope material, but none of it was really focused. It was kind of all over the place. He talked about B-Dot retiring, then went from that to talk about Christianity, then went from that to say that he would talk about Kemet and, you know, what B-Dot believed in without ever really getting to that. You retire from the ring and rushing back, it's looking rocky for you. Make moves without conscious thought, that's muscle memory. Christianity stole from your motherland, but you stole your style from another man. Loso also had a couple slight stumbles in this round. It didn't really seem like anything Loso had in the third was hard hitting enough for him to win the round. B-Dot's third round was very angle heavy on the religious thing. Like, he really drove home the whole Kemetic science versus Christianity aspect in this third round. Started off kind of slow, but then picked up towards the end. You got 10 commandments, but 8 were plagiarized from Kemetics. They claim Jesus sacrificed his life, but what good is sacrifice if you can get it back? He took the weekend off. Your beliefs were passed down through inheritance. My African treasure was stolen from those who parried it. I hope you never have a daughter, because if she gets kidnapped, she'll roll over and turn the other cheek. Gotta teach the kids how the Glocks be busting, because they might get shot by a cop for nothing. Baby sister breaking down a toy like she Doc McStuffins. If you don't know what it is, Google it. He went into an angle about how, you know, Jesus saves gangs, but Loso couldn't save his cousin from a gang initiation. Don't worry about a blood and a cousin. You should have been more worried about your blood cousin. He had a line about Christians glorifying the cross and saying that's like Nicole Brown's family walking around with knives on their neck after OJ did it. You praise a God that saved the saga from jerking his chicken, but can't save my people from getting jerked by the system. Even if I can't convince the crowd tonight, Black African power, I made my ancestors proud tonight. Overall, to me, B-Dot won the third round clearly. Like, he swept every category to me, and it wasn't close. To me, overall, B-Dot's rounds were more well-structured. They had more dense lyricism that gives better replay value. The angles he was coming from were just more hard-hitting in my opinion. Loso had better wordplay, better schemes, better cadence, better presence on stage, but that kind of was diminished by the end of the battle based on strong structure, strong angles, and dense lyricism from B-Dot. Overall, great effort from both, great classic battle from both. Both of their stock is going up. Next for Loso, he's battling Show Off on RBE's Lift His Soul 4 card. I might be in the building for that, I'm not sure. Other than the Show Off battle, I like to see Loso battle like Cortez or Chilla Jones on King of the Dot. Also on Bullpen, the only other person that I could see him battling at this point is the dude Clone that just 3-0 B Magic. He's pretty much already battled the other guys near the top of the Bullpen roster. So I'm anticipating that Loso versus Clone to be set up in the near future. On B-Dot's end, I'm not really sure who he should battle next. Him and the Saga have gone back and forth for like a year or two now. So maybe that'll happen on URL. Probably on a Born Legacy or something like that. Anyway, y'all, that's my verdict. B.21, the second and the third round. If you like this video, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more content. My name is Stan, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.